Hello everyone and welcome to Love My Poland. Back in 2018 when I launched this channel, I made a promise to myself to never let it turn into just another news outlet where I would simply relay information to you from local headlines here. I have always wanted to keep the channel original and offer fresh content. But today, I have to break my own rule because I read a shocking article from TVP World that I think will really surprise most of you. It's all coming up right now. When I first arrived in Częstochowa in 1999, one of the very first real discussions I had was with a group of college students about the minimum wages in Poland and the US. At that time, I remember clearly the US minimum wage was $5.65 per hour, while in Poland it was around 4 zlotys, roughly the equivalent of $1. The difference in the minimum wage was nearly 6 times higher when working in the States. As a result, the American dream was very much alive here, and many people I knew were applying for work visas, with some even entering the green card lottery. However, things started to shift in 2004 when Poland joined the European Union. Suddenly, working in wealthier European countries began to replace that dream of moving to America. Fast forward to today, 2024, visas are no longer required to travel to the US for Polish people, and hundreds of friends and students I know have already explored America. And as you might expect, they have, let's say, a very balanced opinion of life in the US. Now get ready for this. What if I told you that in just a few months' time from now, it's September 2024, you could actually be guaranteed to earn more per hour in Poland than in America? It sounds hard to believe, but let me explain. The US federal minimum wage hasn't been raised in 15 years. It has been stuck at $7.25 since July 2009. Why is that? Well, from what I've read, there's concern that raising it could increase inflation and hurt business competitiveness. Sure, individual states do set their own wages, but the federal baseline hasn't changed. And if you're wondering, only 1.3% of Americans actually depend on earning the federal minimum wage. Meanwhile, in Poland, wages are rising fast. The Polish government has been steadily increasing the minimum wage to keep pace with inflation. Since January 2022, it has gone up from 19 zlotys and 70 grosze, around $5 an hour, to what will now be from January over 30 Polish zlotys per hour. $8 per hour that breaks down to. And to make things simple, let's just say $1 US is about 3.8 Polish zlotys as of late September 2024. But here's where it gets interesting. How much do you actually take home after taxes? Poland's tax system is a little different from that of the US, so let's break down what you're left with at the end of the day if you're working full-time at minimum wage in both countries. And hey, feel free to correct me in the comments section if I mess anything up. I have to tell you, I hate being wrong. I analyze everything I say. I hate being wrong, so do correct me nicely. So let's assume we're working a 40-hour week or 160 hours a month in my home state of Alabama, for instance, and we're making the federal minimum wage $7.25 an hour. That brings us to $1,160 per month. But let's take out federal income tax, Social Security, Medicare, and the state income tax. Adding all of those taxes together takes about a 22% bite from our gross earnings, leaving us with just over $900. That is really funny money considering what life costs in America right now. I was there not long ago and shock. Now, let's look at how Poland treats us earning a minimum wage. Again, we are working 40 hours a week at 160 hours per month. From here on out, we'll divide Polish currency by 3.8 to get an approximate dollar amount. And all figures that I will quote right now and to the end will be in dollars. So, from January 2025, the new minimum wage will be over 30 Polish zlotys per hour, or about $8 an hour. That will put us at $1,280 per month. For our level of income, the Polish income tax rate is 12%. ZUS, or Polish Social Security, takes an additional 13.71%. There's no state tax to consider, so we're looking at a bite of 25.71% of our $1,280, which leaves us with $950.91 in our pockets, over $40 more than in the US. But get this, you don't have to pay any income tax in Poland until you've reached the 30,000 zlotys earning threshold, or about $8,000. Now, this is a very general and simplistic overview here, The more you earn in Poland, the more income tax and social insurance you pay. But at a minimum wage rate, this is pretty darn close. If we look at the general cost of living being cheaper in Poland, like public transport, utilities, rent, and groceries, it is my firm conclusion that your money will go considerably further here. On top of the minimum wage increase, if you've got kids like we do, you'll receive roughly $200 per month per child until they're 18 years old, tax-free. If you're wondering why, it is an effort to increase the low rate of childbirth in Poland, and it's called 800+. You get this money right now regardless of how much you earn. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably saying, well, Russell, that sounds well and good, but what about the median income? The minimum wage? Okay, that's a very good point. Back in 2023, the median gross monthly salary in Poland was about 6,510 zlotys, approximately $1,568, while in the United States, it hovered around $4,600 per month. But things are changing, and they're changing fast here. Well, that is all from my side. I am dying to read your thoughts on this, but please do not think I'm inviting the world to move to Poland to work here. That's not what I'm doing. I'm simply sharing some news that really left me in awe recently. Oh, and I am especially curious to hear from my economists out there. What do you think about the government forcing up the minimum wage year by year? Does this surprise you at all? Will this work? Is it sustainable in the long term? Are we heading in the right direction in Poland? I would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your thoughts. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future episodes. Click the button somewhere in that US map over here so you don't miss out on future episodes. See you in the next one. Thank you.